All right, give me a sec. Hey, Mike, good evening. I'm starting a little bit, or to say very late tonight. My son, it took him a while to fall asleep. All right, great, here we are. How's life, Mike? It's really good. Been to Dinoland yesterday here in Copenhagen. Took my son, me and my wife spent the day in Dinoland yesterday over here. We spent the whole day yesterday, and then I streamed yesterday evening, and then today we went to some sort of birthday celebration to my engineering leads. My friend from work, his child is 6 months old today, so they kind of celebrated that. So we've been there in his yard barbecuing and stuff, and yeah, my son kind of fell asleep today in the yeah, he fell asleep in the not, we don't have a stroller, we have this stool kind of running type of thing for the kids. So he fell asleep today in the metro and train for like an hour, and that's why he kind of he had a hard time falling asleep today, which is why I'm starting now at 10:30. It's 10:30 in the evening here, right? So that's why I'm kind of, because he just fell asleep a few minutes ago. Jace, good evening. How is everything? Amari, oh my god, good evening. Mike asked what am I going to do tonight? Leo, my friend, good evening. So what I'm gonna do is first thing, we're just gonna quickly fix this updating issue that Leo found. Still not. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of sucks when I start this late, but that's what it is. You know, my kid and my family is my priority. The stream is the fun stuff, but so until he's you know, 403, what? That's super strange. Is my API not running? It is. Like, I suppose in production this is what's also happening, I suppose. Test, let's see. I'll just fix this thing first very quickly, and then we're gonna do some other stuff. So let's try to edit that in production. That's actually strange, Leo. I can, it seems, edit my thing. Can I? Yeah. So I'm not sure what you mean when you say you can't edit. Can you just click edit here? I suppose you can't edit from this screen, and this screen is bugged out indeed. If you get to a single thought, right? So we need to fix that, but at least over here, I think it is working, right? Let me just restart the API. Yeah, and we're gonna fix the other one. It's fine. It's just want to make sure that we've been, you know, doing this validation past few streams. We've just been moving a lot of things around, right? So give me a second here. And why does it seem here that this, what the fuck? All right, cool, great. And why is this? Oh, okay. Let's wait a second. Schemas, article schema. Okay. Cool. Exactly. Okay. Good. I mean, I am aware of that issue, so I just wanted to make sure it's not another issue, right? Okay. Good. Okay. Cool. So that's good. So basically, so what we've been doing past few streams, like, right, was a lot of validation and testing and stuff like that, right? If we actually go to GitHub, let's see where we were. If I get over here and then over here and then over here, so this is what we've been working on a lot. And I think for the most part, we are kind of done with this, I guess. I think I'm very happy with what we did. I think it's actually really good. We have 42 passing tests, and I think we have pretty... maybe let's just finalize that just so I have a peace of mind about it, right? So actually, let's just do the finalization of that just so I'm actually happy fully with it. And then we can move on and fix some bugs or do whatever, something else, right? So let's get to... so the only thing I think we didn't really test, like, so everything is tested. Everything is tested utility wise. Let's just test this last. Let's just test this last validator itself, right? So we have tested all the utilities used by the all the utilities used by our validators, but not all the validators. So the only thing we did, the only validator we didn't also write the unit tests for is secure string, which is the most important one. So let's just spend 5 minutes on that. Hopefully it's going to be very quick. And why is this default? Okay, because I didn't reload this window. I see. Good evening, Chica. How did I learn English? I guess I've been speaking English my whole life, right? So you don't have to be any... I mean, I could also sound as a native speaker if I cared, but I don't actually care, right? I think there is a beauty in, you know, when you hear French people talking English, they call it Franglish themselves, right? So I don't think that you have to speak perfectly, right? I mean, nobody except Brits, I guess. Even American English is kind of abomination to some degree of English language, right? So, all right, so let's write a few tests for this fella over here. So we're going to copy one of those fellas over here, right? And actually, that's obviously not going to work. So let's copy the whole test assertion here. And like, what the fuck is happening, man? Why is this? Why is it? I mean, I probably know English grammar better than most Americans, right? I mean, I have studied English for many years in elementary and high school, right? So that also has very little correlation, right, with you know, where you're from, right? It's like you can be from, I don't know, Spain or Portugal or you know, Poland or whatever, or any other country and know very little grammar, right? So of your own language. So Dajo, good evening, buddy. All right, guys, I need to just focus a bit here, and then we can chit chat. So let's find a balance between. So I need to let's just finalize this. You know, should pass if the string is secure. All right, so let's say here secure string, and then this should kind of... yeah, and let's see now what's happening, right? So, and the value must contain text, or it's better to see the string contains character. Yeah, so it doesn't seem that it matters. Okay. Okay, so let's see now what we want to do. So first and foremost, yeah, so the foo now has to be normal text, right? So let's just say here, this is some text. Why is this default? It, like, seriously, like, something is... give me just 2 seconds. Like, something is genuinely pissing me off. Oh shit, is it because of this? Wow, are you kidding me, man? Give me 2 seconds. Where is it? Prettier EastLint, yeah. crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff, dude. Okay. Okay, great. All right, cool. So let's write this. So yeah, this should technically, let's see why it is failing. So error message, so expect error message to be null, I guess. Can we do that? Object null is not iterable. What the fuck? Let's see, secure string. All right, so what do we have? We have the schema here, validate against the schema, foo, type text, secure string, yes. Expect, well, I guess it's probably complaining about that thing here. Let's see, to be true. Exactly, so that's actually pretty good. Now, all right, cool. I don't fucking know what's happening. Sullivan, dude, I swear to God, man, I was thinking about you today because we're gonna go back to those courses featured, finalize that soon. And I was thinking, like, is he still around? I haven't seen you in a while, even though I haven't been streaming much neither lately. Good to have you around, man. Yeah, I feel better. It's still pretty bad, but I'm taking those pills every morning, so they make me kind of. But it's good. It's good. I think at the end of this month, those allergies are gonna pass, so we should be good. We should be good. All right, so let's just write a few more tests for this, and then we move to something else. Like, I don't genuinely know why those white spaces are not accounted for, but shit. Actually, before we do anything, just give me 2 seconds. What I'm actually going to do, I'm gonna go to my front end, and I'm going to go and I'm gonna grab my prettier RC file. So I'm just gonna actually do this. I'm gonna go to this project. I'm gonna do this. Give me just 2 seconds. That's why now I've realized why some of the things in this project are happening. So I'm gonna actually get rid of this. We don't really need this, end of line, whatever, blah blah blah. So this is our prettier. Is there something else prettier related? There's prettier, yeah, so we don't really need that. And there's what else? Prettier, ignore. So let's just move this to this new project because I just realized we don't. Thank you very much, man. I mean, I'm kind of back. I'll be streaming now, normally pretty much every night. Yeah, it just has been pretty annoying with the allergies and stuff. And wait a minute. Let me just see what I actually have in the front end. Is there some prettier here that we... Okay. So I guess we also have the prettier installed as a dev dependency here. So let me just configure this project just slightly bit, because it is, honestly, I must admit, slightly annoying, just because we will use this repository a lot. So let's say pmpmi-d for development prettier. Then we're gonna get those lint stage things as well in the project, just so we actually have Husky and stuff running, you know, you can, and I can actually see that it still is not formatting shit. Like I don't genuinely understand why. But okay, we'll see in a moment. Browser, blah blah blah, resolutions. We don't Husky. I guess we need as well. Where's our Husky? Yeah, so let's install pmpi-d is gonna be Husky, and then lint staged as well. So that should, I think, be fine for the most part. And then let me just grab a few of the scripts and then we're gonna clean it up. Thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. And then let's go here to the scripts for this thing, and yeah, it's clear that we don't really have yeah, but we're gonna fix that. Okay, so let's just get rid of a bunch of this, that lint, fix lint, slint. Yeah, sure, we can keep those formats, storybook, pre-commit, lint staged, sure, preview, build, that. Yeah, so we can get rid of all of that. And then if I go to the Husky directory here, I don't actually remember how is it GitHub, how do we use the Husky, how do we initialize it? I don't actually genuinely remember. Install it, yeah, exactly. So actually, yeah, I mean, we already kind of did this, but let's say pm set scripts, prepare Husky, install, add hook, npx add, pre-commit. So let's actually see what happened to this project now. Did we actually? No, okay. So prepare a script and run it once. So we have the, where's the prepare? Yeah, so let's say pm prepare. So we should have a Husky directory now. And let's say, yeah, okay, so that's okay. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah, we have the Husky. So we have the prepare. We have, let's try pm lint. ESLint. So we need to also install the ESLint as a dev dependency for this project, right? pm I the ESLint. Then let's run the lint again. And then we need to kind of update the source, right? So what we actually want to do is we want to, and I think do we have like ESLint ignore, ESLint RC? We have the ESLint RC over here. Okay, I guess we don't really need that. Yeah, okay. So we don't really need JSX in here. So pretty right, lint stage recommit. So this is not going to be source, essentially. It's going to be pretty much like, yeah, shit. I guess we could have had all of this stuff in the source directory, right? So it would have been better, right? So let's actually create src, right? And move a bunch of this stuff there. So src, move, schemas, keywords. Yeah, I think that's probably better, right? Obviously now a lot of that stuff is gonna fail, but so yeah, now actually at least we have the src, and then let's just initialize it. So let's also say pm init ESLint. By the way, editing profile is broken. Got an error email asking them to carry that or not. Actually, we're gonna have to check that in a minute. Right away, Sullivan. I think, yeah, that can't really happen. So give me a moment. Let me just fix this and then. What do we actually have here? I don't genuinely remember. Yeah. All right, beautiful, cool. Okay, so let's run the pnpm ESLint, or actually, what was it? Package.json, yeah, pnpm, and we should get a bunch of errors, right? Yeah, exactly. And then we should be able to run pnpm format. Yeah, all right, so let's turn this into CJS, then try running that again. Okay, so now we did technically run stuff, but we need to make sure that yeah, so that's kind of gonna suck now. And I guess if we would do this, then it would kind of like it, right? Yeah, that's a bummer now. That's a slight bummer now, because so yeah, so now we would need to kind of make those two work together. Wait, give me a second. So where is it? Source husky ESLint RC. Give me 1 second. Integrating with linters. So I guess this is what we need, right? Let's just see if we actually have this already. No. So let's say pnpmi-d that, and then stands. I see. pnpm format. So wait a minute, so I think we're almost there. Let's just see what we're doing wrong. So we have this fella, extends ESLint recommended, prettier. So I think this technically can be an array as well. And actually here we should say prettier, right? Then do we even need prettier RC? I don't think so, most likely not. So if we do this again, let me just take a look at formatter. Prettier ESLint enables ESLint as a formatter. Yeah. Yes. That all seems fine. Now, why is VS Code complaining though? Expected not defined. ESLint no undefined. Oh, okay, so this is all kind of, yeah, okay, shit. Leo, my friend, sorry for starting this late. Sleep well, man. I know you're one hour ahead. So that's that kind of, yeah. Found 16 spaces. Okay, well, I mean, but that's the problem, right? So this formatter that is not actually enforcing. So we have disparity now, I believe, between actual tooling between VS Code and then let's see, env rules, then yeah, quotes double. Semi exactly, so yes, lint RC. Add to prettier configuration file, yeah. Give me 1 second, so prettier, yeah, exactly. Prettier JS, exactly. All right, so that's actually, I guess, fine. So screw that. Actually, yeah, let's do exactly this. So we have extends plugin prettier recommended. Okay, let's actually grab this crap. So where is the extends? So this one, right? Yeah. And then there's plugins, which is this. Those plugins. Do we actually have the plugins? No. It's like literally nothing fucking. What is this, man? Unbelievable. Maybe it was just VS Code lagging, it seems so. Yeah, it seems it was just this fella lagging out. Okay, cool. Yeah, it definitely was. I see. All right. Give me 1 second. So yeah, it was just, we needed to, so main should be source src index. JS should be the main file. Format is fine now. Lint, let's say, again, pm lint. And then we need to do this. Let's say pm-i-d. Yes, beautiful. And then try to lint again. Let's try to do the lint fix instead. 686 errors. Where is this crap coming from? Tip tap utils. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what Fortnite is, man. I'm not 11 years old. Numin X, good evening, buddy. But I can ask my 4-year-old son, maybe he knows what Fortnite is. I think it kind of fits his age very well, very well. I'll get back to you when I ask him. Cool, man. Great, go play it right now. Don't waste your time here. Go play the game. Go do it right now. Right now. Alrighty. Let's just make sure of that. Exactly. All right, let's, well, actually, I don't know why do we need a slash in front of that. We should just be able to say, cool, okay. I don't think that's actually the issue, though. The fuck, man. This is a new project, right? So no, I mean, we're gonna do it in a moment. This is just a new repository we recently created, right? So it's just a mixture of things, right? I think it actually does work. It's just we have now the disparity between the rules. And wait a minute, what actually is it complaining about? Let's run the fix thing again. Okay, so it's complaining about spaces, and let's find one of the files where this is complaining about. Tip-tap utils, yeah, tip-tap utils test, yeah. Yeah, I see. Just give me 1 second. So it seems that there is some sort of, Matty, my friend, good evening. There is, where are we specifying the, so we have the ESLint RC. I see, okay. Overrides node prettier, plugin prettier recommended, error always, semi-quotes in that error. So I think that the problem is here with the actual rules, right? I mean, if we would kind of nuke this, right, then this probably would be fine, right? If, for example, you must choose between game dev or mobile dev for new adventure, what will you choose and why? If, for example, you must choose between game... I'm not sure what do you mean for new adventure. You mean a new adventure game? Is that what you mean? Yeah, Go format is like, that's the beauty of Golang, right? Golang comes a lot with all of the tools you need, and that is the beauty indeed of the environment. JavaScript doesn't, because you have different formatters, you can have different rules, right? So that is kind of the positive and negative side of one, right? But yeah, that's just how it is, right? Okay. Yeah, so let's just let's just fix the actual imports, right? So this is now going to be src, right? So we need to just make sure that we update the imports, because we changed, we moved a lot of stuff around. So we have the keywords here, and that, so this is correct. Let's actually see what else we have that we might have forgotten. Yeah, so this should be src, and then this should be src as well. Hi, good evening, buddy. Good evening to you as well. No, try new stuff. Well, if you want to, depending what type of games you want to build, right? I mean, mobile development is very different from system level development, right? So depending which direction you want to take, and what your interests are. If you want to truly build a game, then, you know, that process comes very at the end of the journey, right? You need to figure out what the game is that you want to build, how the game is going to work, how you're going to make the game fun, etc., etc., right? So I mean, developing the game is, well, it's not much different than developing any type of product, right? You know, you need to kind of first figure out the game that you want to build, then choose the technology, not vice versa. Nobody gives a shit if you ask gamers what type of, you know, what type of programming language you used for a game. People play games that are fun, right? And if they're not fun, then you know, nobody cares, right? So first you should figure out what type of game you want to build and write a scenario for it, right? Etc., etc., right? I don't think that people care about what you use, right? I mean, as long as the game can run on their computers and you know, stuff like that, right? Then, you know, it's like it doesn't really matter, right? So that's why game development industry is so hard, and I would never advise people to go there. If you want to have a safe, stable, and as less stress possible job, then that's probably the last industry in this last sub-industry in programming industry you would want to go to, right? Because those game projects, they get canceled, they lose funding, they span over multiple years just to build a single thing that you then realize nobody wants to play, etc., etc., right? So I know, I mean, a lot of you here are very young, and you know what, you want to be building games and living the dream, right? And I get that, right? This is Twitch. A lot of people here are very young, but it's not you know, bread and butter, as they say, right? It's not as amazing as you might think. JC, have a good night as well. Thank you for coming by, as always. Okay, so good. So this is compiling and blah blah blah. Let's just try to push this bunch of this gibberish. Added linting to the repo. Let's see if this is gonna fail, because now we do have the, well, I don't actually think that Husky ran at all. It didn't seem so, at least. I don't think that it did. Very interesting. Let's see. Didn't we have the lint staged? JS, JSX, JSON, CSS. Yeah, super awkward. I would have expected it to. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever, right? Who cares? Okay, let's push that as well. Let's see if we can sing that. Then if we go to the actual repo, right? Where was our repo? Over here, right? So this shouldn't change anything for us fundamentally. Like once we reinstall this should still work. We just kind of changed the structure of this thing a bit. Now, yes, so let's just finalize that and actually fix some of those bugs that Sullivan reported now, and few of you, Leo, reported one, because this was a fairly large change we recently done. So, okay, so let's get back to the tests of string utils, and was it string utils? Well, no, sorry, it was the keywords tests, right? So if we get over here, let's go to the test file. And what we started writing is the secure string thing. Yeah, so let's write a few of those, few more, and then we should be good. So, you know, we want to make sure that this passes if the string is secure, meaning it doesn't have any special characters, right? So let's now say should fail. And now we need to, yeah, so should fail if the string contains disallowed characters. For example, if I add a character that we don't allow in a secure string, so for example, let's say the slash, now this should be false, right? And that's correct, so the test is passing. But let's also take a look at the errors. So let's grab one of the errors. So let's print it here. So console.log error. And if we scroll a bit up, we should see the error. So here it is, secure string. The string contains characters that are not alphanumeric, a dash, blah, 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 right? So let's just do this. Let's make that assertion. So we're going to say expect valid to be false, expect error dot message should be this, right? And this should still pass, right? And it does. If we change the string, this should fail, and it does. Okay, beautiful. So this is the disallowed characters. We have this character here. So let's write another one. So should fail if the string contains disallowed characters. What else is our secure string actually doing for us? Let's see the implementation as we wrote it. So this is the validators. This is the utility that I wrote. So contains combined characters, right? So let's write an assertion for each one of those and make sure that it returns the right message for each one of them. So let's write one for the bad words. Cassie, my friend, I actually checked your profile on Twitch today. It's almost like there's some majestic powers. Like I thought about you, about Sullivan, and ironically both of you showed up today. So maybe I should think about people more, and then they just show up. How is life, man? How are you? Should fail if the string contains profanity, you know, bad words. So yeah, same stuff, secure string true. This text, this is some text, let's say penis, and then this should fail, right? And then the message should be profanity is not allowed. Please remove the following words, penis, right? So if we update this, we're gonna get that. Ah, so you're searching for a job. Okay. Got it. What did you like quit your previous job or something? What happened? Okay, this is also passing. Nice. Let's just get rid of the console. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so I think we have 2 more assertions for this, and then we should be good. So we have tested this guy. This guy. Let's also kind of also test the white space one. Like a string should fail if the string only contains space characters, right? So blah 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 blah. We just can say do few spaces, few tabs, right? And then the test should say the string is composed entirely of white space characters, right? So this is indeed what I do expect here. So bam, get rid of this, and that should be passing now. All right, beautiful. So we just covered that case as well. So we have the combined characters and Unicode space characters left. So let's write some tests for those 2, and then we're done with testing this validator. Again, this is overly tested now because we're testing already utilities used inside of those things. So this is kind of an overkill a bit, but it doesn't really matter. It's so easy to write those that okay. Let's say copy. What was it that we want to test? Copy Unicode space character. Unicode copy car. Exactly. This is what we want. Let's find some Unicode character. So let's copy this fella over here. Sometimes I do. I mean, for those, as you can see, no, because yeah, but I mean, some of those tests, Numinex, were written by ChatGPT indeed, yes. But I mean, some of them I don't, because it's just a copy paste, as you can see, so I kind of know already. Should fail if the string contains Unicode characters. Unicode characters. And then let's go back and copy some character again. So let's just say, oops. No, that's not the right project. We want to be here. So here's the string type, blah, blah, blah. Here, let's just say here, this string contains Unicode character. And then let's paste it a few times. So this is the actual Unicode character. Let's paste another one. Jesus, why am I getting to the wrong screen? Cool. And we're getting where we object null is not, there's something wrong. Let's see what the hell is happening. Give me 1 second. Should fail if the string contains Unicode characters. Yeah. Did I copy paste something maybe wrong or some shit like that? But this is actually good. I mean, this is perfect. It's great because, yeah, let's see. Let's make sure that everything is indeed fine. So no, it's okay. Expected false, received true. So expect valid to be false. Okay, so maybe this is good. Let's see why is this true, because those are Unicode characters, right? So technically this should fail. Yeah, this should definitely fail, right? The string contain, yeah. Expected false, received true. Yeah, so okay, so let's make sure that yeah, those are actually truly Unicode characters, because yeah, this is actually why it's good that we were testing. And now it's actually passing. So it seems that those are not Unicode. No, actually we are allowing those characters with like special. Yeah, because we recently allowed that inside of, actually, let me just double check that. But if we go to the secure string, right? I do believe that I have, yeah. So essentially I have updated this regular expression here, right? And this regular expression includes actually those, I don't know what they're named in English, but those little things on top of the letters, like Swedish, Serbian, Danish, or whatever, you know, a lot of those languages have those. Okay, so that's actually correct. So yeah. So let's just, so that's actually good. So, and then, so now we can actually expect some error as well. Blah, blah, blah. And let's get the new message. So the string contains characters that are not alphanumeric dash. And yeah, so, so basically you can see now that I'm not actually happy with this, right? Because now, and this is why it's good that we're writing the test for this validator, right? Because the validator has to return things in specific order, right? And right now, if we actually go to the secure string thing, right, this guy here, we can see clearly that this error was supposed to be, right? This I would expect this I would expect this message to be thrown. I would expect this validator to actually catch the Unicode space. This is Unicode, what? Contains Unicode, Unicode space characters. Okay, my bad, because I completely, yeah, because we are allowing emojis and stuff. At least we should, I guess. But we have the, wait a minute. So this would be, I guess, the, yeah, let's actually see. They're both mnemonics. This repository is used in both front end and back end. This is an isomorphic library that's why I have turned this into 0 white space. Okay, let's try this guy. This library is used in both of our ends. And now actually this is what we're talking about. So this is why we're writing this test, right? So now this should pass, exactly, right? So this validator, the first one, is disallowing all of those characters. So now actually we should basically test one by one that those actually are not allowed, right? I mean, technically this is where ChatGPT could be useful. It could take all of those few of them and write a unit, like just to automate this. But let's try. Oops. But okay, never mind, going back to this. So yeah, that should fail properly with the string is the string. Ah, yeah, and we need to do this again. Ah, come on. All right, cool. So that should also pass. And then we have the combined characters as the last one for this validator. So contains disallowed characters, combined characters, yeah. How do I copy this thing? That's where I'm confused. Thank you very much, everybody, for your follows. Really appreciate it. How the hell do I like get this thing and test against it, right? Can I just like... Echoes 1, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. No, but I don't see it anywhere. I don't see the... Oh, well, it's clearly why we can't see it, right? But, yeah, I don't actually know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I tested against this anyway, because those are all of the combined characters, right? So, right, those are the combined, I guess, common combined characters, right? So I guess maybe we don't... Because actually, how did I write a test for the combined characters? I guess if we go to string utils, right? So if I go to combined, yeah. So actually, so this is how we've tested it, right? So it's okay. So so let's grab this fella over here, right? So like we're gonna grab this string over here. We're gonna go to the tests for the validators themselves, right? And then that's the last test we're gonna write. So so let's just grab this fella over here, and yeah. So let's say should fail if the string contains combined, and then we're gonna grab this fella over here. We're gonna smack it in here. Jesus Christ. And then there's this white space in there. Let's see what happens now. And yeah, the string contains combined characters. So if we update this fella over here, then the test should pass, right? And that's great. Now, the only last test I would like to do is that I would like to see the, because I don't know how we are handling that in the UIs. Like, what would it throw? What the error would be? I guess the order of the error, if you write a string that has multiple of those issues, I guess right now I believe the error would be whatever the first occurrence of that issue is. For example, if you're gonna see in a moment what I mean by that. So let's actually test. That's the test that those are the tests that I have in my head. So I already expect this to break in such a way. But let's see what happens with those more known things, right? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to compose a string of all of those issues, right? So I'm gonna have, actually, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna create an empty space, which actually should be neglected completely because we only, so let's see, what do we have? We have, then I'm gonna, you know, say penis in there because we have a profanity checker as well, not allowing bad words in the string. Then we have, what else do we have? We have Unicode characters, right? So we have this fella over here. So I'm gonna try, did I actually manage to copy paste this thing? No, I didn't. So let's copy the 0 white space as well. So in simple words, let's just combine this of where it has multiple issues, the string itself, right? So you can see kind of, it seems that the issue is going to be the error itself. I guess, well, first of all, right, validate.errors is probably going to contain all of the errors for the given string, but we're only writing the tests, checking the first error itself, right? So if I actually print the errors, that's my assumption now. You can see if we scroll here, no, actually, okay, I see. So we only get the actual single error, right? Okay, so but let's, all right, I see, okay. So actually, let's just finalize this like this because I think it's, so yeah, so now if we switch the order just once, so if I copy this, so should fail with in the correct order, right? So can I actually have the assertion with the same name again? And then the only thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move this unallowed word penis to the start of the string, right? So yeah, so it's not really behaving how I want, at least not this one, right? Because we have a profanity over here. So I would kind of expect this one to throw a bit different error. The string contains combined characters, right? So yeah, so that's kind of shitty, right? I would expect this one to stumble upon this. But of course it doesn't, right? Because the order that we get here matters, right? So in simple words, in secure string, this value is going to actually be this string over here, right? And then the last thing that we do in this validator is we check the bad words, right? So it's actually okay, right? So the issue that's going to be shown first is going to be based on this specific order, right? So in this case, this is a combined character, right? So basically this validator is going to return, right? Okay, so actually it's okay, right? So we don't really need to write more tests for this. It does actually indeed works. Yep. Cassie, my friend, likewise, if you ever need help with some recruiting and stuff or getting a job, just let me know, man. I have helped Nora, I believe, get it, so I might be able to help. No, I don't think I don't think I'd want to accumulate them. No. I mean, we could accumulate them easily, right? But no, I don't think I want that, right? Because, but we could easily do that, right? inside of the validator, right? We could simply, you can see here that we're merely we're always setting the errors to a single error, right? Because this is a secure string is always going to return, right? Right, good night, Cassie, my friend. Good night, thank you for passing by. We could, of course, accumulate them by pushing them to some errors array here, and then returning that errors, right? Abdi, thank you very much for coming by, man. I'll see you another time, okay? Baraz909, thank you very much for the follow. I mean, you could be right, Numinix, right? I mean, I don't disagree with your suggestion at all, right? It's just a matter of maybe we should do that indeed, right? I don't actually know, right? You can just go to Programmer Network and sign up. You can see the URL right below my face. So the best way to get a demo is to sign up and check it out. And yeah, maybe we should do that. Maybe, right? I don't actually know. Yeah, maybe we should do that. I don't know if I want to do it now though, but maybe we could do that, right? It's quite a, yeah, it's quite simple. I just don't know if I feel like doing it now, right? Unfortunately not. It is not open source, but some of the libraries that I wrote building this are open source. Yeah, you can find them on GitHub. So let's not do this now, Numinex. I agree with you 100%. I'm probably gonna do this off stream because now I would have to do a lot of changes to this, right? Now I have to update all of the tests, and that's a lot of updates, right? So I don't feel like doing that now, right? Because I have to update like 50 different tests. I don't know how many actually. Like 51 tests, right? Yeah, exactly. But I agree with you 100% that from the user UX perspective, right? It would definitely suck that you get errors in a different way, right? Like, yeah, or we could do that indeed. Yeah, let's just leave it here. Let's just push this stuff to right. So we, you know, test secure string validator. And let's now fix the bug actually that you guys found. So just the one in production, because somebody told me that they can't update the profile because we did change a lot of stuff past 2 streams. So there's a high probability that something indeed is broken. So let's see what's happening. The string contains combined characters. Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay. So this is now failing because it has that. This contains... So I guess, yeah, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Let's see. I see. Okay, shit. That kind of sucks, right? So let's not do it. So we have to update some stuff and push this to production immediately, right? So let's search for email. Because I think I know what I actually did and why this got messed up. Because we have used secure string with an email, and that's pretty stupid, right? Yeah, this is completely dumb, right? So this has to be an email, and I think AGV or JSON schema specification has something called format email, I believe, right? Format. Isn't there like an email? Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Great. So let's just search for email a few more places. Let's see, where do we have it? We're just care about the schemas. So type email, format email, beautiful, great. Let's go more format email. That's great. I think I've just searched and replaced one of the previous streams. Okay, great. So now let's make sure locally that at least the email is passing, right? So the email is now fine. The string is entirely of white space characters. Yeah, that's super fucking strange. Why is it complaining about this? Is kind of worrying a bit. The string contains combined characters. What? Are you kidding me? Would you consider the addition of adding soap cutting videos in the bottom left corner? This string contains combined characters. Why would the list of countries contain space characters? Let's take a look at our Redux too, right? I believe are the countries. No, I don't think that the countries are actually. Yeah, set countries actually. Let's take a look at that action. Countries: Afghanistan, Algeria, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't actually see that necessarily that. And this is some fucking annoying extension probably failing. Let's actually see. So why would a country fail? Are we in our front end now, or which project is this? I guess we are. So let's search for country. So this is storybook. We don't care about that. Schemas, country, secure string, true. Fuck. Let's go to use form. Let's go over here to AJV errors and let's just print console log AJV validate dot errors just to see what are we actually passing as an input to that thing, right? It's not an open source project, no. I think exactly, and I think you can also type stack. All right, great. So let's take a look at this thing. So keyword secure string, first name country. So why is this invalid input? The string is composed entirely of white space characters. Ah, I see. Okay, so we also messed that up in one of the recent streams. Great, let's fix that, right? So that kind of sucks really bad. Let's go to profile something. And guys, somewhere around here, I guess, or no, not really. Let's go to source, views, dashboard, user settings, sections, profile. Yeah. So let's see what we got here, right? Is there like an update of some sort? Like how do we upload avatar? Ah, I see. Okay. Update user setting, yeah, handle submit. I see, beautiful. Okay, great. Tags to ID, form date, okay. But let's just print this here. So I suppose, all right, let's get back here. So this is some regression we recently messed up, and it's fine because we changed a lot of stuff. So let's just say form, and let's choose a country instead. So state, this is my custom hook that I wrote. Country value, I see. And then form data, country is actually here, so that's super strange. Let's get back here. Yeah, so country is actually here, so that's okay. The string contains combined characters. That makes no sense. Has a business logic in the front end. Well, you need to be more specific about that. Every front end has some business logic, and every backend has some business logic, right? it's the most standard app that there can be. It's not a it's not server-side rendered app. It's a very decoupled, a regular single-page application app. So there's like any other application, right? Has the responsibility of talking to services, databases, and responding with data for the given view. Ah, I see what's happening here. Okay, I see. I see what's actually happening, I guess. It's literally what every backend does. Yes. I mean, what do you mean it's validation? Like every single backend, no matter of infrastructure or architecture, has to validate things, right? So that's a constant. That's not a matter of choice. It's not like, oh, if you do this architecture, you don't validate. Every single API, no matter if you're server-side rendering your views or not, has to do validation, right? And every single front end, no matter how you render it, has to do validation as well. So this is constant, and it has nothing to do with architecture. So no matter where you're rendering your UI, you always have to validate the both ends, both front and back, right? So this is a constant type of thing, right? It's not a matter of choice, right? It's a matter of logic, right? Yeah, but it doesn't contain so this is kind of the side effect of this validator that we just did. So, but let's actually also let's do one thing in the front, right? Just to make sure that so let's just remove this stuff that we installed and let's reinstall it, right? Because we did a lot of updates, right? Yeah, it's this one. Cool. All right. So we have reinstalled that. Let's try again. Just some regression we introduced. We changed a lot of shit. Failed to resolve entry for package program network AJV. This package may incorrect main module export. Exactly. So let's actually see what we just pushed. Let's just take a look at what we just pushed, because it's kind of failing now to resolve the stuff. Let's see. We take a look at the package JSON. We've said source index.js, right? Oh shit. I don't manage the state in the backend. I manage the state in the front end. And also, what type of state? What can you be more specific? UI state or what type of state? Ah, fuck, we forgot. Let's update that. Shit. My bad. We forgot to move a file, right? So that's why this is failing. We forgot to move this thing to actual SRC. I guess that should kind of... Are the tests still passing? They are. Okay, great. So let's then... let's actually just rerun this pm dev. No, pm test. No tests found. Okay, so yeah, so we have to actually update. Is it like, do we just provide it the directory here for the thing? I don't actually remember. Exactly. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's just push this. Great. Let's sing that. Let's remove this again. And let's install it again. And then let's do this. Beautiful. Okay, so that should be compiling yet again, I guess, hopefully. Numinex negative. I do not right now, no. Not right now. So the string contains combined characters. So this validator is either wrong, the way that we implemented it, or there's something truly wrong with those strings, or something else, right? This contains valid. So yeah, because clearly, so if we actually take a look at the implementation of that a secure string, and then we go to the actual utilities, then we check the combined characters one. Combined characters regex test. VS Code. I'm using VS Code. All right. Well, I don't actually know. It doesn't seem so. Could it be something else here in our? Give me 2 seconds. So form date. So clearly the country isn't. It doesn't contain combined characters. That's a fallacy, right? So let's actually go back to. Let's go back somewhere. So here we're calling this. We call the valid my custom hook. Then this kind of fails, right? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I can, but what I did is I uploaded the image to a remote server and then it worked. What kind of styles are you using? Can you be more specific? What do you mean styles? I'm using Tailwind, yes. I don't use any external libraries for everything that's designed is designed by me using Tailwind. So yeah, definitely no combined characters there. So why the hell is this thing failing with a kind of or let's actually remove this thing. What about now? First name contains combined characters. Secure string. Schema path, blah, blah, blah. Or is there something else that we messed up? Give me a moment here. Give me a second here. This might be it. No, but I mean, this, yeah, maybe, right? But no, I don't think so. No, I don't think that I did. I don't think that I did. I mean, this is heavily unit tested. No, I don't think so. But let's take a look, right? Let's double check, right? But this is heavily unit tested, right? And I mean, I did this past 2 or 3 streams, right? So if we go to our utils right here, and let's take a look at is secure string, no. Yeah, the string contains combined characters. So no, this is actually correct. And this is what's failing, right? Well, I don't think that the Tailwind has anything to do with React, nor CSS has any correlation to it, right? I think if you're having an issue memorizing utility classes, I believe that's due to the fact that you don't know CSS well enough, right? Because there's nothing really to memorize almost. If you understand the CSS box model, position, display property, flex grid, then the Tailwind classes are very naturally named, right? Exactly. Because right, like PB, MB, MTs, all of those are just kind of acronyms for shorthands for padding and margin, and you know, so kind of if you know letter spacing, line height, margins, padding, the box model in general, border, flex, grid, right, then there's really nothing to learn with Tailwind. Very little, right? Of course, you have the utilities like text, LG, text, SM, text extra small, XS, etc., right? But generally, I think that's why a lot of people, I wouldn't say dislike Tailwind, but if you don't know CSS, then Tailwind is not going to be much of a help for you, because then you probably, if you don't care about the design. Okay, let's not go there because the subject will end up very long. But in simple words, yeah, if you want to use Tailwind, you need to learn CSS, right? I think the Tailwind, I mean, I've been a software engineer for 15 years professionally, right? And I've been writing CSS, for instance, in almost every single pattern that emerged the past 15 years. And I can tell you that 20 years ago, I mean, I can tell you that the Tailwind is the closest and most natural way of writing CSS properly, right? Because a CSS class is the most natural and most reusable way to write CSS, right? And that's how CSS used to be written when 20 years ago, right? So then people invented those stupid, idiotic ideas of writing CSS in JavaScript and stuff. And that's where the things go to shit, right? Because you now start inventing something that doesn't need to exist at all, right? You don't need that, right? Now you have CSS modules and style components and all of this bullshit, right? And it's just due to the lack of simplicity and understanding of how CSS should work, right? But that's what it is. That's how it is sometimes, right? In this type of community, JavaScript community, it's people are gonna take the simplest thing and make it as dumb as it can be. That's just unfortunately how it is sometimes. I mean, having a million frameworks, you know, again, I mean, I don't. The thing is, right? I think it's more. It's of course, good intentions, without a doubt, right? It's just sometimes you shouldn't be fixing the problem that doesn't exist, right? That's called solutionism or whatever. And that's like, you know, you are presenting a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. So you basically invent a problem that doesn't exist, and then you provide a solution to it, right? It's like, yeah, but I don't have that problem. Well, you do actually, and take this solution, right? Ignacio Gamer, thank you very much, buddy. Well, I think that people creating frameworks, right, is not the problem. I actually encourage people, you know, many years ago, you know, I wrote few of my own tools. I wrote my own Redux type of library and stuff like that. So I don't think the problem with that is that, I think that's not fundamentally the issue. I think the issue is that a lot of developers, especially junior ones, are not mature enough to not need to jump on those hype trains, right? So I don't think that's like, you know, saying people are smoking because they can buy cigarettes. Well, people are consciously making their decisions, right? So in simple ways, just because somebody is releasing a bunch of frameworks doesn't mean that you have to use them, right? So yeah. So, okay, so this is pretty critical actually now. Does this happen in production as well? I suppose it does, because I really need to... Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's... A is a combined character, really? So let me just go to my profile, right? And let me try to edit it, right? Because this is kind of really bad now. Save. Yeah, so we need to fix this. So are you saying that A is a combined character? What the fuck? Why would a... Are you kidding me, man? What? Are you kidding me, dude? Thank you very much for that. I had no idea. Oh my sweet God. That's insane. This thing we have fixed, and that's why. Well, okay, good. I mean, good in a way, right? It's good in a way, right? Okay, let's use ChatGPT today for the first time. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you very much. That's a great find. Great. I had no idea about that. Let's go to our utils that we wrote here. Combine something. Yeah, give me a moment here. I haven't actually used this fella today. We should have had. The thing is, I'm really obsessed by validation and security, right? As many of you know who've been watching me for some time, right? So that's why I'm investing a lot of time in this, right? Because I want to build the tools for Programmer Network. And we built we have built all of those tools for us, for ourselves. And actually, let's write the test. Like, what the hell? Let's go to the test. Combined characters, right? So if I type, so should fail if the string contains combined characters. Let's write a test. Should fail if the string contains a character. Hi world. A. So yeah, this is fucking passing, I guess. Wait. So but this is failing. What? So it's uppercase A that it's so it's the uppercase A. Wait a minute. Jesus, man, that's crazy. Okay. Can I say Alexander here, lowercase? Yeah, so it's only uppercase A. What the hell? So can we figure it out together? Which one of those is the actual A character? Like, which one of those is A? I'm a bit confused now, though. All right, let's actually get back here. So give me a moment. Let's just close a bunch of this gibberish here. La 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 la. This thing is failing in my tests whenever I provide a capital A character as part of the string. It would not speed up things. I mean, I speak a lot about TypeScript in this stream. It would absolutely not speed up things. TypeScript speeds up things when you have the product which is in specific stage of development where you don't need to change things very often, when you don't do radical changes. This whole platform programmer network is built in this stream, and I want to utilize the convenience of a dynamic language. So when we change 15 different things, when we try them in the same stream, I don't want to be spending my limited amount of time changing types in 7 different files. So you're very wrong there. TypeScript is great. TypeScript is great, and most of my libraries are written in TypeScript, and I use TypeScript at work. But, you know, none of you are building a fully fledged social platform on 6 different layers alone, right? So the thing is, right, it's you have to choose your battles, and you have to make technical decisions based on the stage of the product that you're in. I don't care about types 1% at this stage, because at first I don't have issues with or bugs dealing with sort of things. With TypeScript, the biggest fallacy of types is this. The biggest fallacy with this statement that you made about TypeScript is this. If you claim that types make code base increasingly better, then you can derive an assumption off of that, is that any strictly typed language has perfect code bases. So for instance, then you're saying that Java, C#, C++, all of those code bases are Go, all of those code bases have no bugs because they have tests. And that's a fallacy, right? Your code can suck in so many ways. You can be inexperienced in so many ways. You can fail to do so many things that no types are going to help you there. So of course, a type system is helpful. There's no question about that. No sane person is going to neglect that. But assuming that a TypeScript is somehow going to make your code a lot safer is a fallacy beyond anything reasonable, right? Because if that's true, then again, no strictly typed language would ever fail, right? So right. And then on top of that, of course, this project that I'm building is not in a stage where something like types are needed, because that is the beauty of languages like JavaScript. They're dynamic by nature, which means you get the free convenience over not needing to go to 7 different files when you update something, right? So that is why. At one point, when Programmer Network maybe has a few thousand users, when this product actually becomes something useful, then we're gonna sit in 3 streams and we're gonna add types. It's not rocket science, right? It's just types. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT told us. Look, the problem here is the presence of special. Exactly. Rewrite it in Rust, definitely. Definitely. The problem here is the presence of special Unicode characters, the combined characters array, which got translated in respect to special functions. One of the problematic characters is this one, which inside a character range will be interpreted as the range from to 9, and this includes A's, and the identical value is 65. The simplest way to prevent these characters from being treated as a range is to avoid using a character range and instead blah blah blah. So let's actually try to update this and see if this test, and now we have shit. Some idiot wrote anus arse. I think your face looks like anus arse. Ah, okay. Where does it say anus arse? Where did you see that? Okay. I hope that's not a. No, I hope that's not a. I hope that's not a real question. If it is, then I have no answer to that. Why write tests when you didn't write TS? This is one of the most stupid questions I've gotten so far. But yeah. Oh, nice, Sullivan. Let me read it. Sorry, man. I started a lot of Cypress tests to test after putting a new version in production, but I couldn't go any further because you didn't give IDs to the buttons of editing, deleting a thought. Do you think that could help you, Sullivan? I mean, I'm very happy to do that. I mean, we could do that. Like, if you're willing to kind of write some of those automated tests, man, that would be amazing. I would appreciate that very much. Okay, so let's kind of do this. Let's just update this stuff so we can move on. Let me just do this shit. Yes, very nice, very nice. Let's move this fella somewhere else. Combined characters. Yes, beautiful. I would appreciate that very much, man. I would appreciate that very much. Really, I would. Thank you very much, man. Ah, I see. All right, sure. Actually, that's pretty dumb, but okay. What the heck? All right, let's see what the hell happens now. Ah, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to. There's a lot of there's trolls sometimes coming here, so I generally answer stupid statements in a stupid way as well, because that always works against them. But yes, sorry for that. I don't definitely don't think that your face looks like ours, anus, or anything like that. But what I wanted to say is, yeah, that's just a list of bad words. Just a list of bad words that we have. Yep. So this is the words that we kind of don't allow, right? In the thing, right? Contains combined characters. Sometimes I just crack myself up. Sorry, just funny stuff. Combined characters. Okay, so we have the combined characters. So let's see what the hell is going on here. So we have a map. We implicitly return. We create a new regular expression for each character. And then what we do here is we have contains combined characters. We do some regex and then we test. Yeah, that kind of seems to be failing, right? We're actually, that's a very good point, actually. Banal. I mean, I don't know, probably not, but I get it. Like, that's a good one, actually. Banal. I think I took the list from there, Sullivan. I think the list that I have, I think I took it from that library, right? I think I took it from that library, if I recall. Yeah, I used the bad, so I mean, it's the same bad list over there as well, right? But let's see, so schema test suit, invalid regular expression, invalid escape. Come on, ChatGPT, be useful. Sullivan, man, thank you very much. Please come around tomorrow if you're around. I'm going to be streaming after work. And I know it's pretty late there in your place as well. Come on. Regenerate response, network error. Beautiful. All right. So let's just get this fella. Let's get over here. Let's get over here. Let's do this. Let's see if this thing is still failing. Okay, good, right? So now we should hopefully be good. G-Nuke, thank you very much, buddy. Friends play soccer tomorrow. I'll be behind TV. I don't watch soccer, but enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. I definitely agree that watching something like football is way more fun than watching me. So, no questions about that. Okay, so basically, this test should now fail. And that's actually good. So that means that now, hopefully, this false thing, this is no longer the case. So let's actually push this fella over here. So all of the tests are passing. Fix combined characters regex, right? So let's sync that. Let's get back here. Let's no, that's not what I wanted to remove. Well, because I don't want people to use any white space or any combined characters which could be used in an input as a valid input, right? Because I don't want somebody to copy any of those special characters and then, you know, create an article or whatever. So I'm just basically checking for anything that's not just alphanumeric thing, right? And we need to make sure that we don't allow, right? Right, we don't want to really allow any characters except those which are alphanumeric, and then with including some other special things, right? So pretty much that's why, I would say. Pretty much that's why. All right, let's see now if that thing is gone. And that thing is indeed gone, so that's good. Here we have the slash, and again, this is still kind of a proof of none of the code is from my previous projects. This is all 100% written in the stream, and it's all absolutely from here, and that like 0. Because this is the first project past year where I actually used Fastify, for example, right? So actually this past year, you know, I was wondering, you know, if I should write Go. Do you work on this off stream? No. Unfortunately, past couple of months, no. I mean, I did start this maybe first month off stream, and then no. Not that I don't want to do it. It's just I don't have the time, you know. I have a full-time job, I have a kid, I have a wife. I have, you know, life outside of coding as well. So I use this opportunity to stream and build this at the same time, right? So I just, my life doesn't just support another project out. Like if I want to do this off stream, then I cannot stream. So yeah, right, you get what I mean, right? So if I want to do this off stream, then I wouldn't be streaming, then I would have to skip the stream, right? So I try to combine it so I can do it both at the same time, and yeah, that's how it works for me here. Did you not want to reuse util libraries? I mean, I had nothing honestly to reuse, right? I mean, depending what you mean, right? This is a very kind of this is a very specific project, right, with different features and stuff. And I mean, the thing is, right, I didn't again, what people have to fundamentally understand that if you're building a project of your own in your free time of this scale that this project is, right, then you know, I don't have someone who gives me like, hey, you know, take this mockup or something and build this. I'm the designer, UI designer, UX designer, DevOps guy, backend guy, frontend guy, right? I have to do it all, right? I you know, I've set up Grafana and Prometheus and all of the dashboards and logging, metrics, error reporting, hundreds of different things, right? So I mean, what you see when you go to Programmer Network is what you see with your own eyes, but there's a lot of technology behind this. Postgres, Redis, Nginx, Grafana, Prometheus, Loki, etc., etc., etc. So there's a lot of stuff, right? So you kind of, when you're building a project of this scale on your own, you need to choose the battles, and I know how to choose those because I've been working for 15 years, so I know what to focus on. But the hardest part of building this isn't technology. I don't give meaning much to, I don't know, writing those React components. Who cares? But knowing what to build and how to do it and switch back and forth between things, that is the hard part, right? And that's why, again, I would never use TypeScript at this stage of the product, because it's unclear. It's not always clear what we're building. Like sometimes we're gonna build a feature and then we're gonna realize with you guys, with the viewers, is like, ah, shit, that actually doesn't make sense. Let's try to change it to this. And at that point in time, I don't want to be changing types. I want to be fast because I have very limited amount of time to work on this, right? So there's a lot of things that you have to make the decision on, right? It's easy, of course, to be on the other side and say, well, why are you not writing you know, if I was you, I would be doing this perfectly. I would write perfect code on all ends. But give it a shot, right? Try to show up every night and try to make the full-fledged social platform that's actually not gonna get hacked in 3 minutes, and come back to me when you try that. Try that. Actually, no. Can you try now again, G-Nuke? Because I've just actually no. Don't. No. I think give me a moment. Let me actually also, because I have pushed a lot of code recently in relation to some of this stuff, right? So let me just double check all of this, and we're not even done yet. So secure string first name, username is secure string. So I think, let's see if this is deployed, and then you can try again. So let's go to Cloudflare pages, and let's see. So it is deployed now. Can you try again, maybe? Because we did fix this bug now. Or this regression that we introduced a minute ago, right? And then otherwise, I can also do it locally. So let me test locally. So let's switch actually from this third-party library we just wrote. Let's go back to our API. Let's take a look at the database. Let's go to our database view. Let me find myself in the users table. So this is my users table. This is me. And let me just say that, hey, my profile is not yet complete. So role is profile complete. False. Let's update that in a database. Then if I go locally here, and let's, well, I mean, I've set up, so the thing is, I don't prematurely do anything, right? So I have set up Prometheus and Grafana and Loki and logging simply because at one point in time, maybe a month or two ago, Programmer Network API went down. And I'm like, okay, well, it seems that, you know, it went down. There has to be a reason. So I need something to track that sort of stuff, right? So in simple words, I would not add any overhead of any tools of any kind unless they're necessary, right? Still doesn't work. Okay, give me a second. And just make sure to clear your cache. I think your files might be cached. So just make sure to do that, like, so we're 100% true. So so in simple words, what I'm saying is that I wouldn't say that I would always use those tools, right? Only if I would need them, right? You clear the cookies. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let's see what's happening. Just one moment. Let's see. We have actually. So this is deployed, right? It is great. All right, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Let's actually. 25 gold. Yeah, we must fix this. I mean, this is super critical, but I expected those regressions to happen anyway because we've just changed a bunch of stuff. So you're saying when you click initiate anon mode, I see. I can actually see. Yeah. Sure. This makes all the sense. I know why it's happening, because probably now a secure string is like failing, saying, hey, you cannot exactly. Yeah, I see what's happening. Yep. And shit, that's not basement dweller. Yeah. So the problem right now, right, is when you do this, our schema now fails because secure string also kind of makes a field. Thank you very much, everybody, for your follows, by the way. So when you click this, essentially, I think the secure string fails is because there's no value, right? Well, exactly, because when you do this, we omit the first name, last name, and stuff. So we need to fix our validator in a way. Shit, and that would be super nice if we could do that, right? Because the problem with our secure string right now is that secure string also seems to be mandatory, right? So, so the problem is if we go to our custom validator, this guy right now here, right? Yeah, I mean, no, but those, yeah, that's already happening, right? So that's not the problem. We have just introduced a secure string, right? And this guy doesn't allow empty strings, right? And that's problematic, right? Because it should. So basically inside of here we should probably also, okay. So let's actually do it like this. I know actually how we can solve this, right? And I know, let's just use ChatGPT so we can solve it quicker, right? So given my custom HAV validator, I would like it to return true if is valid is not false, and if the field is not required. In simple words, is there a way for me to get the required property inside of this validator? Let's just do one thing, because this is actually, yeah, I should have actually, yeah, I should have maybe npm test, I should have caught this, right? So let's actually go to this repo, right, very quickly. And if we go to the tests, if we go to keyword tests, and should fail. So if we go to secure string 1, where is it? Yeah, over here, right? So if I just leave it as an empty string, let's see if it's going to fail. And this is the problem, right? You can see the value must contain text. right? So received false. So the problem is, right, that we should in fact allow, so that's the solution, right? So let's go to secure string. I mean, I think a lot of people, Abu, a lot of people asked me to kind of remove the first name and last name and those things are prerequisite to sign up. And then I just removed it, and then I invented that type of thing. So this guy here, we can just say if there's no value, I guess. So let's do it like this. So if value is an empty string, we also want to return. So this is how we can solve this, right? So return is valid true. Error message is null. So the test should now be passing. Let's go back here. So it should pass if the string is empty. Shit, am I actually updating the right test? Let me just make sure I'm not breaking the old one. Ouch. All right, good. Which theme are you using? I'm using the default theme. So I'm using a default VS Code theme with a background, with a custom background. So this is my theme. It's called Dark Modern. And I'm just using the background, some pixelated background. All right, so let's push this. This should fix it actually. So secure string should allow empty string, right? Okay, great. Let's go to the API. Is there anything in the API that we have to actually push? So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go and just rerun the API. I'm just going to redeploy the API because we have actually, so we need to redeploy the API as well. So let's go to our continuous integration here, server. And yesterday is when we last deployed, and I think there's no changes today to the API. Did we do any changes to the API? We didn't, right? Yeah, we didn't. So let's just thank you very much for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. So let's just redeploy our thing. So let's just rerun the job. So let's just rerun this. So our API reinstalls the latest version of the AJB validation schema, right? And then over here we can pretty much do the same on Cloudflare, right? So this should be building now. So if I actually go to the Cloudflare pages, I should actually be able to just re-trigger it here, just rebuild the last build 10 minutes ago. Yeah, retry deployment. Let's actually just go inside of here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's go over view details and then retry deployment. Yeah, let's redeploy it once more. And then hopefully locally as well. I could be using the linking way to do this, so I don't need to reinstall it locally like this, but it doesn't matter. It's not very often, right? Come on, remove it. PNI. Let's reinstall it. So now I think that issue also should be gone. Let's make sure of that. PNPM And yeah, let's get back to the screen. Here is our API running. It is. Create profile. Let's just kind of get rid of all of this. And let's initiate anon mode. Realm of curiosity, fair enough. And boom, there we go. I think that's now fixed, and we can see this is also fixed. Okay, great. So let's wait 2-3 minutes until both ends are deployed, and then I suppose this should be working. Try this again. Update failed. What? Ah, that's because of the API, I suppose. I guess we need to reinstall the stuff because now our API, but that's actually good. I think response. But if I go over here, validation error, exactly. So let me just do the very quick remove here on the API side as well. And let's pnpmi again. And let's pnpm dev again. Beautiful. Let's try this again. Ooh. Oh, okay, this is another issue. It's all good, all good. That's actually pretty great. Good. So we're kind of narrowing down those kind of regressions now. It's great. No, all good, I know. So let's go to, where was this? Let's go to, because we changed the interfaces of some things and how some, so let's actually solve that. So let's go to views, views, dashboard, I guess, user settings, index, right? Yeah. Then over here somewhere we're doing the tags, I suppose. Where's the tags? Is there like, yeah, over here, exactly. Get form state, so that's correct. But yeah, we have handle submit here. Yeah, so tag to ID. So we actually no longer need this. So let's actually search for so let's yeah. So we actually no longer need this sort of stuff, right? So we can just say form.form. So we're gonna do this. So this is actually good that it happened because now we actually know. This is gonna be an array of tags. Yes, beautiful. Wait a minute. Are we not using it here? It seems not. Okay, great. Super strange. All right, great. Okay, so that should be, I suppose, fine now. Let's try that again. Yeah. Do we have to maybe refresh? Let's take a look. Okay, what is the issue now? Body tags. Ah, and then we have to update the shit. Yeah. And what are we actually calling here? Let's see, which endpoint are we calling? We're calling v1 users. Okay, sure. So let's fix that in the API as well, and then we have to redeploy. Well, we have to push that. So let's go to users, controller, and then update user. And then somewhere over here we have the tags, right? We have to have the tags. So body. Yeah, user tags. It's over here, right? User. Destroy user ID tags, not. Yeah, it's over here, right? So here we have to say actually. Let me just globally search for this in the API because we have to make sure this is done in several places. I'm pretty sure this. Thank you very much, Pedro, for the follow. Appreciate it, dude. And let's kind of do this just slightly nicer. So let's say here. So let's actually, yeah, let's have this expression here. Is indeed. That's actually pretty funny. So, interesting. And then where am I using this? Just the tags over here. That's pretty funny. Yeah? That's really bad. Yeah. So we were saying, so why weren't we doing it like this? It makes no sense. Why didn't I do this before? Yeah, super strange. Doesn't matter. That's okay. Let's just grab this. Do we have this somewhere else? Yeah, so it seems fine now. Let's just check our front end very quickly. So let's try to save this again. Let's refresh. Angular, okay. Tags of 0 must be number, exactly. So yeah, but didn't we do that? Articles, thoughts, what are we doing now? User, where is the user? Yeah, user, update user, exactly. So let's see. Request body, so it is the body. Body username, body.tags.map. And are we actually sending the right payload now? Yeah, value for label Angular, so that's actually good. So body tags map, value, just tag ID. That seems correct, honestly, now. Let me just print this fella over here. Let's see what happens when we hit it. Ah, shit. I think, yeah, we forgot another thing, right? All good, all good. False alarm, false alarm. So what we actually have to do, right, is, I believe, at least if I recall, I think, wait a minute, where is it? The router, router here. So let's search for update user. Yeah, it's this guy here. So let's check the body schema, right? So the body probably has items as type of number, right? And that's an issue, right? So this should be type object. Should have then properties, right? And then it should have actually, why did I remove Copilot? That's super strange, because my company is paying for it anyway. So yeah, super strange. Just realized we removed it a few streams ago. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Okay, and then here we should say type. So properties, label, type string, and then value, type string, right? Yeah, I'm very sorry for the tags, right? Tags are by no means perfect. Soon we're gonna build an actual real tag system in one of the streams, right? I just haven't had the time. But yeah, I mean, the tags are gonna be dynamic. You're gonna be able to tag anything however you want, right? I just haven't had the time to build that, right? That's kind of the problem, right? Yeah, why not? I mean, if people like, okay, there we go. So now it's actually fine. So this is actually good. Let me just go back to the API and search for tags. Exactly. Yeah, so okay, so we can clearly see, right, that type array. We can see that there are quite few places actually where we have the tags, right? RSS article schema. Body schema, right? Numinex, my friend, I'm gonna round up soon as well. I need to go to work in like 7 hours. And as always, man, thank you very much for being here. Very much appreciated, man. I'm using the default theme. I'm using the default theme right now. I'm using the default theme pretty much. All right, let's just push this stuff. Thing changes. Is there something in the front end we have updated? Yeah, there is something in the front end we have updated as well, right? So we need to kind of push that as well. Then we have the feed form. Yes. Whatever. So if you're wondering about the background that I have here, it's the extension is called backgrounds, I believe. Let me just search for it. The one that I have installed is this one. So let me share it with you. There you go. Enjoy it. And thank you everybody for your follows and subscriptions or whatever all of those fancy things here are. And in the meanwhile, I'm just gonna make sure that I can still do this though. And I should be able to. Did we break production? Let's see. Don't think we did. Let's see. All right. Actually, we had a few people sign up today during the stream. Very nice. Thank you, guys. And I'm just going to go to, even though we're actually redeploying the API in a minute. I mean, I don't know, right? It doesn't really matter, right? I mean, what I have works for me, right? So that's right. But I get it's I get the yeah. Okay, great. I guess. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna have to round up. Exactly, types of superior. I think I'll have to round up. It's almost 1 a.m. here, and I'm going to work in around 7 hours, and I'm waking up earlier than that. So let's round up here. What is to say for those of you 25 gold and the rest of you who are here with me every night? Thank you as always. For those of you who are new here, well, I hope you had some fun. It's good to meet you. I'm Alexander, as you saw here, and I'm a full stack developer and I stream almost every night. So if you want to learn some programming and hang out together, come by. Add me to LinkedIn. You have my LinkedIn description somewhere in the Twitch stream, whatever. And yeah, what is to say? I wish you guys all the best. Panics, thank you for being here, man. Yeah, let's hang out tomorrow, and yeah. I hope you have a great one. Have a great day. Have a great evening wherever you are. And I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna hit the bed and get some sleep. So peace out, and thank you for being here again. Have a great one, guys. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night to you.